Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to let you know that we will be starting our webinar in 5 minutes. Hello, good morning and good afternoon, and welcome to Delta Q's RQ350 live product webinar and day 4 of the Charge series. My name is Akanksha, DeltaQ's content creator and today's webinar moderator. And on this call, we have our product manager, Nikhil, who will be today's webinar speaker. In this webinar, we will have a quick overview of who DeltaQ is, what some of the customer challenges were before we created this new battery charger. We will then dive into some of the key features and how they solve some of these challenges. We will then have a key takeaway section and then our live Q&A session. So before we get started, let's quickly go over about DeltaQ. DeltaQ is a leading battery charger manufacturer for lead acid and lithium-ion batteries. We work for a lot of different industries, and here are some of the industries and our prominent customers. We work in golf and utility vehicles, in e-mobility, such as scooters and motorcycles, in mobile elevated work platforms, such as scissor lifts and boom lifts, in floor care, such as vacuums and scrubbers, and in material handling equipment, such as forklifts and pallet jacks. We also work in other various market segments and emerging markets like outdoor power equipment. So DeltaQ has a customer-focused mindset. That means that all of our solutions are designed to meet customer needs, wants, and to resolve their issues. Through our industrial battery charger design and superior charging performance, our products help improve the performance of electric vehicles and industrial machines. We also contribute to the business success of our customers through manufacturing quality and scale and on-time delivery. So as I mentioned earlier, DeltaQ has a customer-focused mindset. So Nikhil, could you tell us some of the major issues or problems you heard or noticed at the 350 watt power level before we created this battery charger?
Absolutely, Akanksha. Before starting development of the RQ350, we spoke to a lot of customers. We understand their requirements, we identify gaps in the market, and develop products that help our customers solve their problems. For this product, we heard three main things that our customers were facing. The first one was premature battery failure. Second, charger failure. And third, the lack of global regulatory certifications for our customers and OEMs. I'll elaborate a little bit into each of these slides. So when I refer to premature battery failure, as we all know, batteries are the most critical components of electrical machines. So when they fail prematurely, they impact productivity and they cause our OEMs to incur unplanned replacement costs. One reason for premature battery failure is using very generic charging profiles that lead to suboptimal charging. They reduce the battery life, they reduce the machine runtime. So the biggest challenge and the number one challenge was premature battery failure for our customers. Secondly, our customers informed us that they were facing issues where the chargers themselves would fail within the lifetime of the machine. So let's take an example of a floor cleaning machine or a electric scooter, for example. These machines have a manufacturer warranty of 2 to 3 years. So our customers told us that within the first 2 years or 3 years of the manufacturer warranty, the chargers would fail. Some of the reasons why these chargers failed was because of dirt and water ingress. The chargers that are out in the market today are IP20 rated sealing, which means there are gaps and there's openings in the charger that allows water to get in. Another reason was shock and vibration. When these chargers are installed on board, the shock and vibration from the application was causing the chargers to fail. Overall, the low reliability of the charging solution was something that our customers were unhappy with. And lastly, the third biggest challenge was not having all the global regulatory certifications. Our OEMs and our customers today are shipping globally. They have a sales infrastructure and customers and their end customers in all parts of the world. So our OEMs wanted a charger that had all the global safety standards, wanted global EMC standards, wanted global efficiency standards, so that they can sell their machines globally. And that is what was missing for them today. So when we summarize these three issues faced by our customers, which is premature battery failure, charger failure, and lack of global regulatory certifications, this causes a lot of inconvenience. It causes machines to be downtime. It causes low productivity. It causes costs to replace batteries, cost to replace chargers. All of these factors combined, they result in a high cost of ownership of the machine, um, right? And when the costs are high, the costs are high and the productivity is low, customers are not satisfied. We wanted to solve these three biggest challenges when we set about to start designing the RQ350.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing those challenges and giving us an overview of some of the challenges that customers were facing in the low power battery charger market. So getting to the main focus of today's webinar, the RQ350 battery charger, can you please tell us a bit more about this new product?
Absolutely, Akanksha. So the RQ350 battery charger is the latest solution from Delta Q. This is a 350 watt output battery charger. It's fully sealed and comes the most compact size in the market today. The charger comes in 4 different voltage variants: 12 volts, 24 volts, 36 volts, and 48 volts nominal. This charger is designed to support applications in the industries that we mentioned earlier, like floor cleaning, scissor lifts, pallet trucks, golf carts, electric scooters, electric motorcycles, and also riding lawnmowers and snow blowers, which is an emerging application. So this RQ350, we've kept all these different applications in mind, and we've designed a fully sealed and an IP66 robust charger. Some of the key advantages. So I've touched upon the sealing and the ruggedness. The RQ350 supports CAN bus communication. So the protocols that we support include both CAN open and J1939. I believe this offers the customers the most flexibility in integrating this charger on their machines and interacting and communicating with the charger through CAN bus. The RQ350 also comes with residential and automotive EMI and EMC standards. We are seeing a big requirement for residential EMC because a lot of these applications interact in semi-residential consumer applications, and sometimes purely residential applications as well, such as electric scooters and lawnmowers, consumer lawnmowers, right? So there's a growing importance to meet residential EMC. The RQ350 is also touch safe. It is a below 60 volts output voltage, so it's a low voltage touch safe compliant charger. There are user interface on the RQ350, so there are buttons and LED which our consumers and our customers can interact with and obtain information about the status of charging, and they can change charging algorithms and charging profiles with the button available. And the biggest safety feature that we believe is the locking AC connector. So when the customers buy our AC cables from Delta Q, there's a locking mechanism that prevents the charger locks the AC cable and prevents it from falling off during charging. So I think that's a very key differentiator from a safety standpoint, and it's something that's not available in the market today.
Perfect. So to summarize, the RQ350 is our 350-watt charger that is compact, convection cooled, rugged, and able to charge both lead acid and lithium-ion batteries. So Nikhil, you were mentioning that the RQ350 solves numerous of the challenges that you mentioned earlier. Could you please dive into just recap what these challenges were and how the RQ350 solves these challenges?
Absolutely, Akanksha. So let's go back. The first challenge our customers faced was premature battery failures. This was happening as a result of using very generic charging profiles to charge their batteries. So what we have to understand is that all batteries like AGMs or gels or lithium or flooded, whatever the type is, they're all unique, and and a generic charge profile does not optimally charge these batteries. So if you look at the graph on the left, a very model and a very manufacturer specific charging profile that is developed at Delta Q. We ensure that the cycle life of the batteries is really high. We ensure that the runtime is high, the charge time is highly optimized, and the overall energy consumed is low. So that our OEMs and our customers they ensure the battery life remains longer and the batteries function and run the way they're supposed to run. The generic charging profile on the right side of the graph, as you can see, has its own advantages. It is very compatible for different kinds of batteries. Its energy use is similar and not too high. But when it comes to the overall life of the battery or the runtime of the battery or the charge time, you see a generic charging profile lags behind a tailored model specific battery algorithm and a charge profile. So we at Delta Q develop a lot of these charge profiles at our battery lab in our headquarters. These charging profiles ensure that every battery type, every battery model is optimally charged to ensure a long battery life and a reduced charge time, thereby offering our OEMs the opportunity to not replace these batteries and offer a long runtime for their end customers. We have close to 250 plus battery charging profiles in our portfolio. We work with all tier 1 battery manufacturers in the world. We have some good partnerships. We have some glowing reviews for charging algorithms and charging profiles. We also do very specific custom lithium battery charging profiles and lithium charging algorithms as well. So as you can see, we've got some big, all the big lithium battery manufacturers mentioned below on the list as well. Another way to charge lithium-ion batteries is to control the charging through CAN bus. So the battery management system on the lithium-ion batteries can then communicate with the charger, can share. My apologies. Give me 1 second. There's a fire alarm.
Apologies for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There was a fire alarm here. Yeah, we can continue. It was only a test. So as I was saying, the lithium BMS can send the instructions, the charging voltage and the current requirements with over CAN bus to the battery charger. And the RQ350 can supply the correct amount of current or the required current and the required voltage. This can also be used in conjunction with an algorithm. So a combination of CAN bus and an algorithm can ensure that the lithium batteries are charged accordingly. With CAN bus, there are other benefits as well for the RQ350. So we can optimize charging profiles. We can add and remove algorithms based on which batteries do we want to work with for our OEMs. Our OEMs can troubleshoot the charger in case there is any errors or any faults coming from during the charging phase. One very interesting use case for using CAN bus was one of our customers wanted to investigate the warranty claims that they were receiving on the battery failures. And when our OEMs looked at the charging history from the data that's stored inside the charger, they were able to make very educated decisions as to if the batteries were charged properly, if they were charged for the necessary amount of time every day, how long was it between cycles, if the charge was fully completed or stopped midway. So all this data is available inside the charger, which can be accessed through CAN bus, which can be accessed through the service tool that we have. And it helps OEMs, it helps rental companies, it helps customers make very informed decisions about the life of the battery and about the charging patterns that they see. We have a lot of resources around battery charging and charging profiles and CAN bus on our website. You can please log on there and get a white paper on the importance of charge quality and the importance of dedicated model specific charging profiles on our website. The second problem, moving on, the second problem that our customers faced was charger failure. This happened due to dirt and water ingress, shock and vibrations from during operation, and the overall low reliability of the chargers in the market today. We at Delta Q take quality and reliability very strongly. The RQ350 is put through an extensive validation process, and we do validate our chargers in all different types. We do electrical safety validation, mechanical validation, life testing, environmental validation. Our shock and vibration is for automotive standards, so it's a very reliable, very rugged charger. You may have seen our popular videos of throwing the charger from the roof. So that's the level of extreme validation that we at Delta Q use to design any new battery charger. And lastly, global regulatory certifications. Our customers informed us that they're looking for a charger that they can use to sell their machines globally. This meant residential EMC, EMI standards. This meant efficiency standards. This meant safety standards. So for the RQ350, from an EMC standpoint, the RQ350 is designed to meet CISPA 14 efficiency standards in Europe, FCC Class B in North America for residential circuits. For onboard automotive applications, the RQ350 is designed to comply with UN ECE R10, which is the EMC standard for on-road vehicles, on-road scooters, on-road motorcycles, L1, L2 category. So this was very important for our emerging customers, emerging applications where residential EMC was a high priority for them. Also, most recently, a lot of governments have started imposing efficiency standards globally. California Energy Commission CEC efficiency standards is very important for selling any machine into California. So the RQ350 complies with the CEC efficiency standards. Similarly, for consumer applications, the Department of Energy in the US has its own DOE standard that the RQ350 complies to. The NRCan is the equivalent Canadian standard for efficiency. So the RQ350, as you can see, meets the most stringent global product efficiency standards. And lastly, we certify our products to global safety and safety standards as well. All our products at DeltaQ, and including the RQ350, is designed to be installed globally. So we have certifications in Europe, Asia, so Korea, Japan, Australia, North America, and as we progress more, we'll get additional certifications if our customers require any specific country where they want to sell their machine into. So you can see that we have a global portfolio of safety, EMC, and efficiency certifications for our products.
So thank you for all that great information, Nikhil. We are super excited to announce that we have started the production of the RQ350 battery charger this month. We are also accepting sample requests. So if you are interested in requesting a sample, you can follow this link to fill out the form and request a sample. We will also be sending you the presentation slides after the webinar, so you will be able to directly access this link that way. Before we go on to the live Q&A, I just wanted to mention one last point. DeltaQ has a dedicated and global team whose mission is to help you come up with a charger configuration and integration solution. We are there to train your staff and service group and assist with fielded issues or questions about fielded chargers. Our combined efforts have led us to win awards from our customers as Supplier of the Year. And here's just one example that we received from our customer Club Car for Supplier of the Year award. So just to recap, you can pre-order the RQ350 samples today, and start of production happened this month. If you don't see a product fit but are facing any charger issues or need help regarding electrification, charger selection, or anything general about charger related information, you can book a free consultation call with our team at marketing@delta-q.com. So if you are interested in booking a meeting, please just email us at marketing@delta-q.com. So we are now going to open it up to a live Q&A session. If you would like to submit your questions, please use the chat function below in the GoToWebinar platform. I'll just provide 2 to 3 minutes for you to just submit your questions. All right, so one of the questions that we have, Nikhil, is can you elaborate on the validation testing of the RQ350 battery charger? And what level of shock and vibration does the charger support?
Absolutely, Akanksha. And if you hear noise in the background, again, it's because of some fire testing that's happening. So just wanted to give everybody a heads up here. So our validation at DeltaQ, we take an extensive detailed validation approach for our products. We do, like I mentioned, all 5 forms of validation: drop and shock validation, vibration, electrical safety validation, environmental validation, EMC, life testing, so that our components and our charger survive and are installed for a really long life of the machine. So I can elaborate on one specific aspect of that, which is vibration. So for the RQ350, we comply to an automotive General Motors standard called GMW 3172. The equivalent use case or equivalent scenario for this is, imagine the charger to be inside the hood or the bonnet of the car. So as you can ensure, the most amount of vibration in a car happens inside the hood. So the DeltaQ RQ350 battery charger and all other products are designed to to be to sustain in hood under the hood vibration. So that's the extreme amounts of shock and vibration that we test our chargers to, and our chargers comply and meet those standards.
Awesome. So the next question that we have is they're asking to elaborate a bit more on the overvoltage protection, and is it required in every market?
So the AC overvoltage protection feature in Delta Q on the RQ350 allows the RQ350 to be protected against AC voltage up to 420. I will put myself on for a second. I'm sorry, everyone. Working from home side effects. Yeah, so the RQ350 AC overvoltage protection protects the charger from AC inrush up to 420 volts AC. So the use case was we saw in emerging countries where the charger would be plugged in incorrectly. So there would be a line to line connection, which would instead of a 220 or a 230 volts AC input, because of an incorrect connection, the AC voltage would shoot up to around 380, 390, 400 volts. My apologies once more. We protected our charger, the RQ350, from those high voltages by adding a circuit inside, so that if there is an incorrect voltage applied, the charger would detect that and not turn on. And when the voltage was in the right range for up to 270 volts AC, the RQ350 would start charging. So if I have to summarize, that protection feature protects the charger from high AC input voltages of up to 420 volts AC.
Perfect. And you mentioned that the charger can charge both lead acid or lithium. What is the process to switch between lead acid and lithium is the next question.
So that's a very good question. On all Delta Q chargers, the software is so flexible that we can support lead acid and lithium charging at the same time. Our customers will need to switch a setting in the configuration, and they can configure the same charger to be used for lead acid and for lithium ion. Most of the benefit comes from in the production line, because today our customers offer different sizes of lithium batteries. Sometimes they offer both lead acid and lithium ion solutions for the same machine. So instead of ordering multiple SKUs, instead of ordering multiple part numbers for the charger and for the batteries, the Delta Q RQ350 charger offers this flexibility where the RQ350 can store both lead acid and lithium ion charging algorithms in the same charger, and our OEMs can select between which specific battery they want to configure the charger to and install it on their machines.
Perfect. So our last,
it's a very simple, it's a software selection on the production line.
Okay, perfect. So the last question that we have for today is, can you explain CISPR 14 in more detail, and where are these requirements compulsory?
Absolutely. So CISPR 14 is a European standard for EMC compliance to residential circuits. CISPR 14 is most commonly required in flow cleaning applications. Sorry about that. It's required for flow cleaning applications. So what we are seeing a lot coming up these days is a combination of a commercial and a residential installation. So for example, let's take a building, or let's take a grocery store, which is located on the ground floor of a building and there are residential units above. So a floor cleaning machine or a forklift or a pallet truck, these, even though they are used in a commercial setting, but they still are connected to the residential grid. If you know, if that makes the picture is clear. So these. So I'm sorry once again for this annoying sound. So the battery chargers are designed to be compliant to the residential EMC standards. They are more stringent than industrial or the commercial standards. What CISPA 14 effectively means is that the EMC emitted from the charger is within a range, certain range, below a certain range, that it does not impact the electronics or the health devices used in a residential environment. So the EMC will not affect, say, a TV inside a house or a radio frequency inside a house or something or any other consumer application. So to summarize again, CISPA 14 is a EMC standard to be used in residential settings. Some of the applications are material handling, floor, residential battery charging for electric mopeds. So R10 standard becomes important there. So these are some of the few examples of applications and scenarios where CISPA 14 becomes mandatory.
Perfect. Thank you so much for all the questions, and thank you for the detailed answers, Nikhil. Again, sorry for the background noises. So we are going to be concluding our webinar. If you have any questions in the meantime after you watch the webinar again or review the slides, you can email us at marketing@delta-q.com, and then myself or Nikhil will be able to answer those questions for you. Thank you once again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.